Hey, family, friends, and fellow gamers. Welcome to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. I am the Grumpy Gnome. Let's get into some Banished. Well, if you remember, the last time we checked in, we welcomed 182 nomads. And what that did for us was it absolutely filled all of our boarding houses. I believe we got 5 or 6 on this map. And by the time everybody got housed, it looks like we still have 40 running around without houses. We also now took a hit in our education. And this is all right because the older nomads that come in, as bad as this is going to sound, they're going to die off, and that's going to cause this percentage to go higher. But what we're mainly concerned with are the kids, the children of all those nomads. We need to get them into schools, and as we have found out, we have a surplus of children and not enough schools. So what I went ahead and I did is I went around this map. I basically 360'd it. And I started looking for places where I could place houses and I could place schools. And this episode is going to be based mainly upon opening some new housing for people and getting some schooling for them. And this is a good place to start right here. Remember, these were those row houses. Well, I went ahead and I replaced all the row houses with tiny shacks. So we're going to open these up. Now, even though it only says that we got 40 that need housing, that does not include the ones that are shacked up in the boarding houses. So that's probably a good 100 more that are going to need housing. What I did here is I'm going to do an L around the cemetery with the new row houses. Now, these are different from the tiny ones. The tiny ones only house 3 people. Each section here is going to house 4. So we want to get this built as soon as possible. And of course, as soon as these tiny shacks are built, we're going to go ahead and upgrade those so that they also hold 4 people. Now, remember our mines and our quarries that went dry? Well, this is what happens after you go ahead and you remove the mine and the quarry. We can go ahead and drop in some new quarries here. What do we need to do? There's something we need to do here. I think we need to flatten the land. Whoops, didn't want to, nuts on a biscuit. Let's take our angry flattening tool, do this number, take that out, and now let's see if it doesn't place this time. I'm just going to move on. There it is. 1 there, 1 there. So that's going to give us brand new quarries, which we're not going to construct. We're going to take a mine. Is it going to let us put it in? We probably got to flatten this land out too. Let's do the flippy thing, and it looks like something is off right there. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it needs to be flattened or not. I don't want to go in too far, because let's do 2 first, because otherwise it's going to mess up my my whole game, and I'll cry if it doesn't work right. So Did that let us in? Sure did. Make it happen. Okay, and once again, we don't want to build that right now. Okay, let's keep going. Notice I'm not hitting play because I do not want these people running around. I want to open all the schools and all the housing that we got. They're still working on these. We're going to let them build those. Most of the action is actually on the other side. I don't know if I did anything down here in this corner. No, this corner is still sitting. We got this market here, but probably in the next episode, we're going to start building around this market. Let's start going up because I know we got stuff going on up. We're not even going to worry about that because that is neither school nor housing. Okay, here's a nice little area that we could look at. This is actually a new district that we're starting. We had the, what do you call these? These are the gem cutters. But you know what? We didn't have anything for gold or silver, so I went ahead and I dropped in 4 of the melting houses. So 2 of these are going to concentrate on gold, 2 of these are going to concentrate on silver. Since this little barn right here is really working overtime, I went ahead and I dropped, not that, 4 right there, small storage, small storage, small storage, small storage. And so this area is going to have storage. You can see here that they're throwing food on the ground from the market, which is also 100% full. So this storage here is going to alleviate a lot of the pressure on this little barn and this market. I am going to go ahead and actually open up storage because that's something we can use. These are houses. So I got a forest home here and a forest home here. And what's going to happen is these guys are going to man the different jobs that are going to be around the market. Haven't yet decided how I want to do this, but we're going to build a little something in here that's going to be kind of production-ish. And that's going to be for these 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 adults that are going to be here. They're going to be manning this area. Now, here's my first area. Health center. We got another hospital here. I'll go ahead and open that. And here's another school. So what I'm trying to do is I'm really trying to get these schools situated so the people don't have too far to walk. Okay. This is our Archaeology Center, the main campus for the ceremonial grounds. I went ahead and I redid these row houses. Remember, these were the tiny dorms. We upgraded them to small. So once again, now we went from housing 3 people to housing 4 people in each one. And of course, I'm going to open the whole shebang because we's got people that need to get placed. And of course, once we get everybody housed, then we're going to concentrate on the employment because we've got a lot of jobs to fill. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to start doubling up on some of the other jobs. Now, one thing I did also, if we get around to that, I'll show you. Okay, that's on pause. Oh, we didn't unpause you. There you go. Okay, let's keep going. Housing going on back here, which is good. I am not going to stop that. Now, these are 2 barns. Yes, they are. I'm not going to stop that either. Like I said, we need storage. I don't know if I got anything going on up here in this corner. We're now in the northeast. I placed 4 precious mines against this little outcropping. And to make it even, I had 1 space between them. So these 2 are budded, these 2 are budded. I've got 1 space between, and I thought, let's just drop a well in there to make a little bit of happiness for these people. Okay. I wanted to drop a market in here. Something is going real funny-ish. So I'm trying to remove roads and see it's not even showing that there is a road there. But for some reason it's not working. If heart comes to heart, I'm just going to delete a chunk of road here, flatten the entire thing, and start over from scratch. Okay, do we have anything going on down here? We got us a market. There's obviously not a vendor in here. But what I did here was, once again, to alleviate the pressure from this market, I'm going to go ahead and give them a barn here, and I'm going to give them a barn here. I also went ahead and I flanked those with stockpiles because, as you have seen, our stockpiles have a tendency of filling up. Now, we've got a nice chunk of housing here. We've got a nice chunk of housing here, but there's no school in this area. So what I went ahead and I did was, over here, I dropped another school in, and I dropped another health center for a hospital. I really thought about maybe trying to incorporate a college someplace over here, but I think if we just drop down, somewhere down here, we have got a college already. And that would have been really close to what's going on. Okay, anything going on over? Okay, that's the Archaeology Center. Let's keep going. See, these are all woodcutters that are not working, which doesn't bother me because you could see that we came from 4,000 wood. Now we're back up to just under 20K in wood. So once they fill the stockpiles with firewood again, I'm probably going to turn off the woodcutters. And the way you do that is you don't even select them. You just come down here and you do a massive layoff. I turned off the trading posts. What that did was that freed up some labor force to go out and help out. The only traders that I still have in there on the trading posts are the ones that are right up here where we actually have some product to trade. Okay, we addressed this. These are the mines that we just put in. We're going to come down here. I am not concerned with any of this. These need to be manned. These are 2 butchers and 2 herbalists. This is going well over here. Obviously, they're out of cotton, but you can see that there's a nice bloom coming in. If this continues, we may go ahead and drop 2 more cotton fields on either side here. We've already looked at this over here. And what do we got going on up here? Let's go a little further over. I know I've got something going on over here. Okay, remember we were heading into the northwest. Here's another little district that we're working at. Notice everything is paused. I went ahead and I laid this out while we were offline. And this mine, remember this mountain here where we only had these 4 built? Well, I went ahead, as I promised you in the last episode, and I navigated this mountain so that I can stack it with mines. This area here is still a little bit uneven, or I should say elevated, so I went ahead and I'm flattening this side. But the one thing that we got going over here is on this side here, these are all tiny shacks going down here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to leave the tiny shacks here. We may do what we did. You know what? We don't really need that. What might be a cool thing to do here, since we don't need stone, is to maybe put some jade and some marble quarries in on the outside here. And then behind those, we can stack the tiny houses. But once again, we are not getting into this. This area here, remember, our tools are slowly decreasing. I've actually got 8, yeah, you heard correctly, 8 blacksmiths going in right here. And this is going to produce all of the iron and coal that they're going to need to make their steel tools. Or carbon steel, one of those. Anyway, what else is going? We're not touching this one right now because that has it. Although it does have housing, that housing probably will not stay there. But more importantly, I want to get the other districts done. Okay, what do we got here? I think I dropped a market here. I did. I dropped a rural market just because that's going to kind of collect everything from here and alleviate some of the pressure from here. But the one thing that we're really going to focus on here, see how this school is at capacity. We need another school in this area, and I think that's what this is. So we have one hospital, and we've got another school. So this school is going to take a lot of pressure off of here. Also, over here, we got 3 forest homes going in, and I'm almost second guessing myself that maybe I should have put row houses in, because the row houses would have given us a better bang for the buck. I can only get 2 in on this side because this market is sitting a little bit higher off the road. And this is a linen weaver. And over inside here, what I've got going on, 2 blacksmiths on each side here. And I got 3 more tailors in here. And you can kind of see what I didn't want to do that. What I'm setting up for here is possibly finding a place where we can maybe put some more animals. I don't know if no, you know what? I don't think we have any of that blacksmith or tailor over here. So that's what they're going to do. These right here are going to take up the load from here. Okay, what else is going on? I think, look at this over here. Well, this is just your typical market, butcher, herbalist. But we do have the houses behind here. And I'm going to go ahead and open them up, because as soon as these get moved into, I'm going to go ahead and open the rest of this node over here. Okay, crop fields, another pasture when we need it. Over here, what's going on? We've got, this looks like 2 melting houses. Yep. Over here, possibly 2 more barns. Yeah. And notice I'm using the dock. Oh, there's a well. How'd the well get there? And this is my dock storage. So let's unpause both of those. We don't need the well right away, but the storage is always welcome. Another node down here, but this is the one that we've discussed. It's too far from anybody. And you know what? I think that might be where we're sitting. So let's go ahead. I'm going to unpause the game now. They're going to run around like crazy. And hopefully the one thing that we are going to overcome in this episode is this housing surplus. And oh my gosh, what are the chances? An orchard. Okay, where's this orchard? This one? I swear I'm really not having fun with the orchards. That's probably for the same one. Yep. So we're just going to let them go. They'll cut it down at their leisure. Laborers 120. That would be 60 and 60. So why don't we go ahead and I'll put 60 up here. Boom. Whoops, hello. Oh, it's not letting me do that for some reason. There we go. 60, enter. Why is it not letting me do that? Oh, probably because we don't have... Let's do this. We'll just go with 60 builders. There we go. And we're down to 1 again. You know, perhaps it's giving me that it's cutting down to 1 every time it reaches another one of these. So if that's the case, we're going to see that infestation one more time, and then that'll be for the 4 orchards that we have here. That is providing there are only 4. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, the numbers we want to keep an eye on right here. Housing. Now there's only 8 people that are homeless. Over here, you can see that we still have more families than housing. Hopefully by the end of this episode, if this would stay at 10, we might just see... Okay, are you in the same one? Yeah, you're in the same one, and you're in the same one. Good. Hopefully by the time this episode is over, we will have alleviated our need for housing. Come on, people, smile on each other. Everybody get together. What do we got going on here? Oh, that's our market and our blacksmiths. See, 52, it was 51 when we looked, so the tools are staying pretty stable. See, look at this, man. As people are moving into houses, we are going to have a baby boom. We're going to have baby boomers. But that's good because by the time these children reach school age, hopefully all the other schools in this area, including more, I'm still looking for real estate. Okay, Standard Orchard developed an infestation. Is that the same one? Yes, it is. What is this? Something happened here. It looks like we got an outbreak of something. Is that measles? Yes, it is. You gotta, excuse me, my eyes are garbage. Anyway, let's get this back up to here. All of our physicians are in their hospitals. So this one person here, all he has to do, or she, is find a hospital and hang out until it's over. Hopefully not passing by too many people. Man, seems like there's a lot of lag in this game right now. What's our population? There's an easy way to look at it. Oh, wow, we're almost at 2,000. All right. We might, let me keep this going. We might hit 2,000. I just want to see where you're at. You're there. You're there. Okay, so it's just, you know what? I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're just going to grab this and we're going to just do this little priority thing here. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Okay. Yeah, note to self. I don't think I'm going to put so much emphasis on future orchards and crop fields because this is driving me nuts. Or we'll just go ahead and turn off disasters. I mean, the fires don't bother me. I have never had a serious tornado come through. I mean, that literally wiped out my whole map. I've seen some online games where people have been devastated by tornadoes. Hasn't happened here yet. Knock on wood. So, anyway, I think we're going to get out of this picture. We kind of know where this thing is. Come on, guys, just get this thing cut down. Do we need more laborers? Wow, this number hasn't changed at all. Okay, now we got 4. But you know what? I don't think anybody has died from the measles yet. I got to get this, sorry. RSP, I don't think so. That is how I get jobs. My students will recognize that jingle, and I'm going to pass on that one. Okay, what's going on? These must be little herbalists that are over here. I really wish they would just cut this freaking mess down. Oh my gosh, we're still at 1 speed. Come on, guys, get it knocked out. Okay. God, what a lag this is. I wonder if that's because I left the game open and started from a resumed game rather than opening up the save file. I don't know. Hey, they're broke ground here, so these houses are going in. Let's take a quick look at our surplus. We have no homeless up here, so that's a good sign. What the is that? Mutiny? Holy nuts! I have never seen that. Terrence the Miller was keel-hauled for mutiny. Oh my gosh. If my students are out there, they are going to love that one. Because keel-hauling is actually a term I use in the classroom. Oh my gosh. How cool. That just put a nautical twist on this. All right, where are you at? Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh. I'm guessing that is the 4. Look at all this croppage here that still needs to get picked up. Oh my God. This is, I'm not going to say it just because we're family friendly here, but I have got a term for this, and it's not a good one. Nuts on a biscuit. Yeah. Where are you? You're in the same spot. I don't believe it. Can we first it shucks. Let's prioritize these 4. And let's go to there. Let's speed it up again. Oh, that. And you wonder why I'm a grumpy gnome. Now you know. Okay, we're up to 8. So that's telling me I don't have hospital. Well, now we're up to 10. You know, and there's my timer. So there's 30 minutes. We can go a little bit longer. I don't want to go too much longer, but you know, for some reason, Banished does not eat up a lot of gig. I'm pretty happy with the way Banished records. Here, 641 venison. Okay, we're still adding to that. So you keep on doing your adding thing. This one here, is that 265? I don't know if 265 is going to get us what we wanted. I don't even know what we wanted. I think I wanted the coal, which was 300. And I wanted, it's further down. I'm trying not to go too far. Did we want the clay? I think we wanted the clay and the sand. Oh, we're still adding to this. Yeah, so I'm going to just do that. Are we at 1 speed again? We sure are. This is frustrating. Oops. And still that field. Well, guys, they're still pumping out the jade. They got the marble down here. This is going really well, I gotta admit. I could do without the lag. Hopefully in the next game that we fire up, we will. Okay, they're breaking ground on houses over here. No, those are barns. Remember, we went barn, market, and then we did stockpiles. And look, even our stockpiles here are starting to fill up. I'm sure some of you are probably very happy to see that the logs have finally gotten out of the 3 digits and we're now into the 5 digits. We really thought that was never going to happen. But it did. Oh my gosh, now we got 17 sick people running around. Okay, where's that infestation? Same place. Oh man. Surprisingly, nobody has died from the measles yet. With this number of people, all they got to do is find their way to a hospital and don't pass too many other people. Yeah, hopefully our next game is going to be a little faster than this one. Let's go to the outskirts and see what's going on out here. Okay, what do we got paused up here? Okay, those are the stone quarries that we put in. I really don't think we're ever going to be needing any more stone than we have there. Okay, over here is one of our districts that we were working on. Let's go up from here. What is this? These are barns. Oh my gosh, I know what I need to do here. We're either going to drop in, okay, forest homes here. We're either going to continue with forest homes. I don't think we can though. So what we might do here is put in row houses. I didn't catch this in time to include it in this episode, but this is either going to be row housing going in here or it's going to be the forest homes. And haven't yet decided yet. We'll worry about that in the next episode. Okay, up here, looking good. They're broke ground on these houses. These are the schools and the health center over here. Hey, measles have gone down. A building caught fire. All right. Come on, people. What are we going to do here? I don't think I've got a well in this area. And that's strange because I was actually thinking about maybe taking out one of these quadrants and putting something a little bit more productive into there. We'll see. Come on, I know I got the labor force to make a fire chain here. Or a water bucket chain or whatever they're using. As long as she doesn't spread, we're doing good. If she does spread, hey, we can deal with that. Rebuild. Okay, so they're going to go ahead and rebuild that. Do we have another fire somewhere? No, doesn't look like it. All right, man. Well, that is what we were doing in this episode. We have not yet managed to catch up here, but we're working on it. We've got a lot of housing going in. And hopefully, you can see right here that nobody's homeless. So what that's telling us is that this surplus of families are hanging out in the boarding houses. It's not optimal to have them there because they're still eating food. They will have the babies that they are already pregnant with, but they will not procreate new babies while they're in there. So who's ever in the boarding house is putting a kind of a stall on the on our population. Here's another thing also. If we needed to, we can open this up. But as I said, I may want to stagger. Here we got 1, 2, 3 blocks. So over here, we've got 1, 2. We may go ahead, open up the third block here, and then redesign this area to be something of production. Yeah. That's another chapter. All right, guys. I'm glad to see that we got a green map. With that said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know we didn't do a lot of running around, and what do we got here? Health center. Ah, check it out. We got us a health center and another school. Let's make it happen. We could use those. All right. No more measles. And 92 still educated. Hopefully that'll change. We still got the 1%ers that are, thinking this is Woodstock. And I'm happy. I'm happy with this number. 1925. Maybe in the next episode, we'll hit the 2K mark for population. What happened here? Really? Of course. It had to happen. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and do that. We're going to cut. We're going to do the cut. We're going to do the cut. We're going to do... Oh my gosh, is this one of my 6 orchards? Yeah, it is. It's the white mulberries. Nuts. White mulberry. Let's cut it all down. That's painful, but you know what? It's got to happen. All right, guys. If you like this episode, please give me a like. Once we get everybody housed, then we're going to start hiring all these jobs back. But right now, I want everybody building houses and building schools. So that's our goal. All right, guys. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. If you do subscribe, please tell 10 people about this site. Ask them to join. That would be great. And with that said, I am Grumpy Gnome. I'm out of here, and I will probably see you sometime in the middle of next week. Take care, guys. Out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2. Where's my thing? There it is. 1, and stop. Bye-bye.